So hi everyone, update for week 41. Still no baby, and still only Braxton Hicks and things like that going on. So yeah. And I did have a few days ago. I did have pretty nice, consistent contractions already, which I would call contractions because Braxton Hicks and they're just pretty different. And or I guess false labor, whatever you would call it. And but that didn't turn out, so I'm still pregnant. And here is how the baby belly looks. Pretty big. But then again, 41 weeks, so I mean, yeah. And so hopefully the baby decides to come over the next few days. If not, we'll have to consider our options. But we do have an appointment shortly, over the next few days, with our midwife again, and they will keep getting very much closer and closer monitor the baby to make sure everything's okay. We did have at our last appointment, the baby was fine, so doing good. Just the baby does move less, but probably because there's less room, and as it does get closer to that the baby has to be just born. So yeah, possibly also stocking up energy for the big day. And yeah, but it does meet all the required movement, moving counters when you do kick counting. Yes, that's the one. And the heartbeat was good, so yeah. And other than that, everything seems fine as well. My back had been aching last week for quite a bit, and for 2 days in between I had less backache, and then we got back to that, back on track with keeping our backache. Wouldn't want to miss that, would we? And so, and last week, like when I did have the contractions, we've been trying some things. I've been going for walks. I did have pineapple that day. I looked up online, like the parts about pineapple that do help to induce labor, and it's something called, I'm not sure if I'll pronounce it correctly, bromelain or something like that, bromelain. Anyway, it also said that the core of the pineapple has the biggest amount of that. So we put it in a shredder blender, and then I used the kitchen towel to drain the juices out and drank the juices, and it did kickstart pretty nicely, but it just didn't do enough. Possibly should have done more of that and more walking still. And we have tried a lot. I do pumping all the time. Has not done the trick either. And yeah, I also did chamomile tea and things like that. I have done those. I know those are safe and don't need supervision. They're not easily dangerous for the baby. I know, like, castor oil is a very debated subject, and I wouldn't recommend others do that, especially not without supervision. I know I have done it with our last baby, but it was under very close supervision, and it did not do the trick for me. Apparently my babies, they come late, and they come when they want to come, and that's just it. There's no way around that. So hopefully our baby wants to come soon. Wants to, you know. And yeah, and other than that, we have a weight gain of we had in the last week, we had a kilo, 79.9. I was 100 grams away from reaching 20 kilo weight gain, which with our first I gained 20, with our second I gained 23, and with our third I gained 16 or 18, something like that. And yeah, which for me is normal, apparently. And excuse all the noise in the background. Very busy day around here. So yeah. And I guess I'll give an update once we know when the baby wants to come, or once we have had our next appointment, or once we have a birth story, or whatever. See whatever happens. So yeah, thank you for everybody who's been watching my videos, who's been wishing me all the best with my pregnancy and everything. So yeah. And I guess last chance to say if you think it's a boy or a girl, because hopefully by next week the baby will be born. Very hopefully. If not, it'll just have to, you know, one way or another soon. And yeah, I think I could put a comment boy or girl. So if you don't like commenting on videos, just like the comment that you think it's going to be a boy or a girl. And yeah, just like whichever comment whichever gender you think it's going to be. I'm excited to see what everybody else thinks. Because with most of our, with all of our girls, everybody's been thinking boy. So according to belly, to weight gain, to cravings, which I've had very different ones. So I don't know. Different people think different cravings mean boy or girl. So yeah. And we have had girls so far, so what do you think it's going to be? And if you like the video and would like to see the next one, see what happens, see how this all continues, how it plays out, how far overdue this baby wants to go, maybe hit the subscribe button and a like or something. And also, if you want to guess how far this one's going to go overdue, feel free to guess. That'll be exciting, because our first one was 8 days overdue until induction and ended in a C-section. Our second one was 10 days overdue. Our third one was 13 days overdue. So is this one going to go further or shorter? Leave me your opinion. I'd love to hear everybody else's, or if you have had some encouragement for going overdue. I could use some encouragement and patience and stuff like that. So yeah, bye, see you next time.